Why do I keep getting so many phone calls from Franklin, Louisiana? I didn't even know there was a place called Franklinton, Louisiana. I call my mom literally like 12 times a day. 100% pointed at me. No. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Brie and I am so happy that you're here. So I've been wanting to make this video for a really long time now, but I thought I'd wait more till the end of freshman year. That way I could give you guys like a true perspective just on some of the top lessons that I've learned in my first year being at college, and just some things that I definitely wish I knew like this time last year that I think would have definitely helped me. And I know that this time last year I was also just like hungry for all the videos about college, and they would just get me really excited about what was to come. So I hope if you're about to go to college, or maybe within the next few years, maybe if you're still in high school, this video will help you just get ready, get excited, and have some things in mind to remember for once you get here. And this is in no particular order. This is just kind of like the way that my brain thought of these things. So the first thing I have is that you don't have to love partying. Before college, I had literally been to one singular like actual high school party, and that was like after prom. I went to the after party for like an hour and hated it and left. So I was really worried about coming to Bama because I was like, so much of the social scene is partying. What am I gonna do if I don't like that? I actually really do enjoy going to parties and events and stuff, and I personally don't drink, so like I was worried that parties were gonna be boring and stuff. But honestly, if you go with friends, there's good music, it's gonna be fun, you're gonna see people you know, and it's gonna be awesome. Also, if that's not up your alley, that's totally okay. There are so many things to do on campus that don't involve going to parties at all. I know for me personally, I'm a part of a bunch of clubs. That keeps me super occupied. With my sorority, there's always tons of events going on, fun little things. The campus does a bunch of things every week, and I know that this is true for like a lot of schools, not just Bama. But I just want you to know, like, if you're worried about not loving the partying scene, some of my favorite memories have been from listening to music in the car with my friends, or having a movie night, having a girls' night, going shopping with friends. There's tons of fun things, especially around Tuscaloosa, to do, and I'm sure wherever you're going, just know that you do not have to love partying and that there's so many other ways to have fun. The next piece of advice I have for you is to not feel like you need to have like a million friends. I know that when I first got here, I felt so overwhelmed to be friends with everybody, to hang out with people all the time, and that can be really draining and just like overwhelming. And I think I kind of put a lot of pressure on myself to like have all these friends. You'll just like naturally make friends. It's crazy because I go to a huge campus. Literally, like, I cannot walk a mile without seeing like 5 people I know. Like, literally, I just went to Michael's and I saw one of my best friends from science class. Like, everywhere you go, you see people you know, and just because they're not like your best friend doesn't mean that those like connections aren't valuable. And I have such like a solid group of friends. Like, the people that I'm close to, I'm so close to and I trust with my life. But other than that, it's just fun to have people that you know and that you can say hi to. And just because they're not your best friend doesn't mean that that's not a valuable connection for you to have and like something that's meaningful to you. So I think I was definitely just a little bit overwhelmed at the beginning, but I think I quickly learned that like, it's okay. You don't have to overwhelm yourself. Have a few really good friends, and then have just a bunch of people that you're like, hey, like, what's up? Do you want to go get food? College has really given me the opportunity to meet a ton of new people and then form really good connections with those that like are super close to me. This next tip is 100% pointed at me. No, I have not learned my lesson, but I'm getting there. You don't need to buy a new outfit for every single event. Have I listened to my own advice? Absolutely not. But I'm doing better. This is really hard, especially if you're involved in Greek life, because there's just so many events and the themes are so cute, and you know that every girl is gonna have the cutest outfit. You just wanna look cute and have fun. Says me, who literally just got her nails done for an event that we have tomorrow. But look how cute they are. Worth it. It can be really hard to feel like you need to buy a new outfit for every single event, but it's just like overwhelming, and it's a lot and a lot of money. I would say at the beginning of the year, splurge a little bit, but maybe in the spring semester, back off a little bit. Don't go shopping all the time. Like, for formal, I borrowed one of my best friend's dresses so that I didn't have to spend money on a dress. So just kind of like a little bit of a give and take, you know? But I understand the want to like feel pretty. I totally understand that. But just know that if you can't buy a new outfit for every event, it's not the end of the world. Literally nobody cares what you're wearing. If you're at the event and you're having fun, that is all that matters. I promise you. This one's kind of corny, but I definitely wanted to include it because it's something I've definitely learned. Just that like you're stronger than you think you are. There's gonna be so many ups and downs. Like, I know I had weeks where it was just not my week. I was anxious, I was sad, I felt lonely even though there was all these people around me that loved me. And you're gonna go through that, and that is okay, and that makes you stronger. And I think just realizing my worth and realizing that I'm bigger than my circumstances. College can be a lot. It can be hard, whether that's with academics or socially or missing home, or you just feel like there's so much going on. I think that that has been something that like I've struggled with at times, feeling like there's just so much going on and kind of just like I'm sinking in everything. Just making time for myself and knowing that I'm gonna get through this. There's people that are there for me, that there are gonna be really difficult times. sometimes, but you're stronger than that and you can get through it. Don't let anyone take that away from you. You're strong, you're here for a reason, and you deserve to be here. So make the most of it and don't let your circumstances like get you down. Next, I wanted to say that time for rest is so important. So in high school, I was always like, go, go, go. Like I did not need a break. Like I would go to school all day. I'd go to different practices. I'd go to rehearsal, get home super late. College is just like a different level of like involvement. You have a lot less time in class because like you're not going to school from 8 to 3 every day, but it's just a different level of like amount of yourself that you're pouring into everything because you have to do everything for yourself. There's no asking your mom to run a quick errand for you. There's no asking her to do your laundry or whatever. Like you have to do everything for yourself. You have to go shopping. You have to do the laundry. You have to go buy things. You have to get gas. You have to go pick up your packages. You have to go to class. You have to do your work. Every little thing you have to do on your own. And I don't think I like realized that until I got to college. There's no like downtime. I think like I used to, you know, sometimes like sleep in the car while my mom was driving me places or, you know, just chill, like have downtime. And especially in college, you're always surrounded by so many people, whether that's in class, if you're in a sorority, like you're always around people and you kind of sometimes feel like you always have to be on, which can just be like a lot to handle. So for me, I try to have like at least an hour of me time a day. For example, today I went and ran errands by myself, and sometimes I'd love to invite a friend to do that with me, and other times I know that I just need time for myself. Other days, time for myself might look like laying in bed for an hour or just chilling out in my room, listening to music. Different things that are just me time that really recharge and rejuvenate. I'm such a people person. I love hanging out with my friends, but just knowing that sometimes I need time for myself and time to kind of chill, that's been really helpful. My next piece of advice is to always have a calendar and write lists for everything. I have always been a calendar girly. Like I bring my calendar with me every single place that I go. I'm like addicted to it. I know that a lot of people aren't like that, but I'd say for college, it's pretty vital. Like most of my friends have a calendar now, even if they didn't in high school, just because like there's just so much going on in college, and I feel like you can overlook a lot of things if you don't write things down. There's just like a lot of little intricacies, things that you have to do, and I've just found having a calendar and writing everything down has helped me so much. And I actually know a lot of people that like when they get the syllabus, they write down like every single assignment that they have to do for the entire year. I don't do that because it overwhelms me, and so far all of my teachers have like told us when things are. You do what you gotta do. I would just highly recommend like having a calendar, making lists, and using that every day so you don't get overwhelmed. My next piece of advice is to spend time with your roommates. So I've been so lucky to absolutely love my roommates. Like they're the best. We get along so well, and nobody has to tell us to spend time together. Like we just want to, so we do. And I am just so lucky to have them, and I know we're all gonna stay really close after this year. But in the beginning of the year, dedicate at least one outing a week for you guys to just go do something. We went bowling a lot, or we would go shopping, or we'll go get food, just different things to kind of like keep you guys together. It can be hard to spend time together when everyone's so busy. I promise you, if you like just make a little bit of an effort to hang out with them, it'll help you so much. Having a good relationship with your roommates is really, really important, because I know a lot of people that don't, and they really regret that. They really hate that they aren't close with their roommates. So I definitely recommend make the effort in the beginning and try and hang out with your roommates. You guys will probably have a lot in common, and everyone's new to this, everyone's in the same boat, so just try to reach out to them and try to make them feel connected. Just make sure that you're spending quality time with them. My next piece of advice is to call your family. This is something that I have no problem with, because I call my mom literally like 12 times a day. It's insane. The smallest thing could happen to me and I'm calling my mom. But I do know a lot of people that are like, oh, I haven't called my mom in 3 weeks. And I'm like, why? Like your mom is there for you, your dad's there for you, everyone's there for you, and they want to hear from you. But I will say, not only is it important to call your parents, it's also really important to call your grandparents if you have them. I know that every time I call my grandparents, they're so happy to hear from me, and I just love talking to them and talking about just normal things, home life, how's everybody doing. It really makes them happy, it makes me happy, and it's really important. And also, if you have some friends from home, I know I have a few really, really close friends from home that I still keep in contact with. Just make sure that you're checking up on them, and just know that they're always there for you, and to not just let those relationships go away just because you're in college now. Definitely make sure you're calling your parents and your grandparents and any other family, keeping them in the loop. They'll feel really special, and just having those people back at home that are there for you really makes a difference. So this next piece of advice, I'd say take with a grain of salt, but this is just my point of view. I know a lot of people in college that come in with these like big ideas of they want to be a computer scientist or an engineer or a doctor, all these things that are like really, really hard, and more power to you if that's what you want to do. But for me personally, I knew that coming into college, my goal wasn't necessarily to like be the smartest person ever. Like that's just not me, that's not my personality. And so I wanted a major that one, I was passionate about, and two, that wasn't gonna be like insanely hard. Because for me, college is definitely about getting a degree and being educated, absolutely, but it's also about like discovering who you are and finding yourself and finding things you're passionate about and making connections and socializing and having fun. And I knew that I didn't want to come to college and just be miserable like I was in high school, like doing work 24/7, where all my classes were like incredibly hard and I just felt like I had no time for anything else. And I knew that I wanted to come to college and like find who I was. And so I'm so glad that as of now, my major has allowed me to focus on school while also focusing on other aspects of who I am, giving me time to join an a cappella group and join student government and a writing organization. Like so many different things that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to do if I didn't give myself the grace and the space in my schedule and within my major to have a life outside of school. And so I think it's really important to come to college with a major that you see yourself enjoying. You don't want to be miserable with what you're doing. And so far, all my classes for my major, I've actually really enjoyed. All my classes in general, I've actually really liked, except science. I hate science. It's not my thing. I've come to accept that. But if science isn't your thing, then like don't study it. Don't just study something because you feel like you have to. Study it because you're passionate about it and excited about it. Okay, so this last tip is definitely like a very tough one, especially for me, and I know for a lot of people. It can be really, really, really hard to dwell on the little things and compare yourself to other people. That's something I've always struggled with, but I knew coming to college it'd be even worse, especially coming somewhere like Alabama, where there's just so many like beautiful people, and it can be really hard to get caught up in that. The cutest outfit, the perfect body, like they have everything. Their life just seems perfect. Their Instagram is gorgeous. You can get caught up in like wanting to be like them and being jealous. That's definitely like a natural thing. For me, I've just had to realize that like I can't put my worth in like material things like that, and that like my value lies in who I am. Nobody can be like me. And honestly, even though confidence is something I definitely struggle with, I think college has made me more confident in my personality than anything. I realized that I used to be so scared of talking to people. I used to think that I was an inconvenience to talk to people and that I was annoying or weird. And now coming to college, I feel like I can easily talk to people. I love being with other people, and I don't feel like I'm an inconvenience, and I've acknowledged my worth, who I am as a person, and I know that I'm a hard worker and that I'm so loving and kind and genuine and authentic. Knowing that I can bring that to the table is something I've definitely learned in college. I still really struggle with comparing myself like physically to other people. That's really hard. I hope that I can continue to work on that. But just like knowing your worth and you bring something unique, your friends are lucky to have you in their life. You're never too much or not enough. You are perfect just as you are. Yeah, I think that that's something that can't really be taught. You kind of just have to learn it for yourself, and you definitely will, no matter where you go, no matter what college you're at. I really hope that you know that you are so loved and you are so worthy and valued, and I love you just as you are. This isn't really a tip. This is just something I kind of wanted to end on. I did not like high school at all. Not my thing. I had high hopes for it. I was so let down. It was just nothing to write home about. Really was like, get me out of here. And I was so worried. I had always said like, I'm so excited for college. I'm so ready to like get out of high school, get out of Louisiana, like move on to bigger and better things. And right before college started, I literally went into like this episode of depression because I think I all of a sudden got worried. Like, I've been wanting to go to college for so long. What if it doesn't meet my expectations? And what if it's just like high school 2.0? But I can promise you, college is so much better than high school. I absolutely love college. It's so different. Like, the vibes are just different. Your teachers treat you differently. You just have so much freedom, and you're just finding who you are, and it's so special and so unique. It's just like nothing else. I absolutely love it here. I love college. I'm so happy that I am here, and I feel so lucky to be here. Just know that like if you're in high school and you're struggling with friends or you're struggling with anything, college gets so much better, I promise you, and hopefully that gives you something to look forward to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely want to keep making videos like this, talking just about things that I've learned and tips for college. If you have any questions, please drop them below. I'd love to help you out, maybe make a video about it. And thank you once again for watching. I love you so much. Have an amazing day.